The history of the Toronto Blue Jays. In the northeastern corner of the baseball map, where hockey once ruled alone, a new sound echoed into the Canadian sky. On April 7, 1977, beneath a curtain of falling snow, the Toronto Blue Jays played their first major league game. They were an expansion team with no expectations and nothing but possibility. 1. The beginning. 1977 to 1981. The early Blue Jays were a collection of hopefuls, misfits, and untested prospects. Losses piled high, but so did the energy of a city discovering baseball for the first time. Exhibition Stadium, exposed to wind and weather, became a proving ground. Fans braved icy Aprils and blistering Julys just to witness a dream beginning to take shape. Young talents like Dave Stieb emerged fiery, dominant, and determined. He became the face of a franchise, learning to compete one pitch at a time. 2. The ascent. 1982 to 1988. By the early 1980s, the Blue Jays were no longer an afterthought. A wave of rising stars, George Bell, Lloyd Moseby, Jesse Barfield, formed one of baseball's most feared outfields. Under manager Bobby Cox, the Jays matured quickly, climbing from the basement to contention. In 1985, Toronto captured its first American League East title. The city erupted. The team's powerful offense and electric pitching staff seemed destined for the World Series, until heartbreak struck in the ALCS. A blown 3-1 series lead reminded the club that greatness demands more than talent. 3. The era of expectation. 1989 to 1991, new faces arrived. Veterans with postseason scars, leaders with championship pedigree. Roberto Alomar, Joe Carter, Devin White, Jack Morris. A new stadium opened Skydome, with its futuristic retractable roof, a modern cathedral where the Jays would soon carve their identity into the fabric of baseball history. Toronto was no longer chasing respect. They were building toward destiny. 4. Back-to-back glory. 1992 to 1993. In 1992, the Blue Jays finally broke through, defeating the Atlanta Braves to become the first Canadian team to win the World Series. Alomar's heroic homer against Dennis Eckersley, Morris's grit, Carter's energy. It was a season where everything clicked, where ambition became reality. But the pinnacle was still to come. 1993 brought one of the most iconic moments in baseball history. In Game 6 of the World Series, with Toronto trailing late, Joe Carter stepped to the plate. A swing, a drive, deep to left. "Touch 'em all, Joe." The words still echo across generations. The Blue Jays had repeated as champions an achievement shared by only a handful of teams in modern baseball. They were kings of the baseball world. 5. The long winter. 1994 to 2014. After the triumph came turbulence. The strike of 1994 froze momentum, and key stars departed. The franchise drifted through 2 decades of rebuilding years, marked by flashes of brilliance but shadows of inconsistency. Still, the Blue Jays produced icons. Carlos Delgado, launching moonshot home runs. Roy Halladay, a master craftsman on the mound. Vernon Wells, Jose Bautista, and later Edwin Encarnacion players who kept hope alive as the team searched for the formula that had once made them immortal. Through high and low, the fans stayed faithful, waiting for the moment when the skies above Toronto would open again. 6. The return to October, 2015-2016. That moment arrived in 2015, with a bold front office and a fearless roster. The Blue Jays surged into the postseason for the first time in 22 years. Bautista's legendary bat flip and explosion of emotion in Game 5 of the ALD became an instant symbol of the team's rebirth. Toronto was loud again, confident again, dangerous again. In 2016, the Jays followed with another playoff run, powered by elite pitching and clutch performances. Though a championship eluded them, they restored the franchise to the center of baseball's attention. 7. The Next Generation, 2017 present. From the ashes of a transitioning roster emerged a new core built not just on talent, but on legacy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., son of a Hall of Famer. Bio Bichette, son of a power-hitting star. Kevin Biggio, son of a Houston legend. Together, they carried both the weight of lineage and the promise of a bright future. As the Blue Jays entered a new era, one defined by analytics, youth, and aggressive development, the franchise embraced the challenge of competing in baseball's toughest division. A new ballpark renovation, a renewed identity, and a passionate national fan base continues to drive the team forward. From snowy beginnings to walk-off immortality, from years of heartbreak to the edge of glory, the Toronto Blue Jays have soared, stumbled, risen, and reinvented themselves time and time again. Their story is one of resilience of a team that brought a country into the heart of America's pastime, and of fans who never stopped believing. And as each new season dawns over Toronto, the Blue Jays take flight once more, chasing the next chapter, the next roar, the next moment etched into baseball history.